hand is okay for beer because I know it's used for music notes, but I don't know how to play music, so I do not drink. And so I'll put the beer there. This is my first time doing stand-up, period. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. So I really don't know what to do. I found out about this about 20 minutes before I came out here. So playing material, fuck that. Just come on out and stand up in front of people. But I will ask that for my set. Somebody gets involved, anybody. Ask questions, shout out random shit. It's always fun. I don't care about hecklers because, to be honest, they add to the show because if you can't deal with somebody shouting shit at you, you shouldn't be on stage. Anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and start with a story. I have a scar on my stomach right here. Giant 38 staples. I was recording a video and I jumped into a bush. For the video, it was kind of like Jackass, except there was no plot. And Jackass had more of a plot than this video did. So I jumped in the video and I got impaled over here on the side where it looks like a jigsaw puzzle piece from Saw. Now that impaled me about 6 inches inside and hit an artery. Yeah, big fun. So when I rolled over after jumping in this bush, I saw something sticking out and I thought to myself, hey now, that looks like a little stick. I can pull that out, can't I? Yeah, bad decision. So I rolled over and I pulled it out, as I call it, pulling a Steve Irwin. And I pulled it out and immediately, now I was a medic in the military, grant you, so I should know better than that. But your first impulse when you have something shoved into you, as you can ask any woman who's had accidental anal, is just immediately pull it out because it feels like it's not supposed to be there. So that's what I did. Because at first I said to my friends, you know what, I'm fine. Throw me in the back of your car, we'll go to the hospital, I can't afford an ambulance. You know, you live in a pathetic country when you have to say those words. I can't afford a fucking ambulance. So anyways, I pull out the stick and I say, okay, I'm bleeding out, call an ambulance. And as we get to the hospital, I'm in the ICU, and the two people who were helping me film that day had never met me before, so science forgive their souls. I mean, they had no idea what was going on. And I said to them, if I die here right now, as on the verge of death I lost 3 pints of blood, I was pretty close. They said, we'll be okay. And I said, no, I want you to get therapy, because if I die, it's going to really fuck you up in the head. I mean, you just saw me, I was impaled, I have this Jesus scar now. I mean, you're gonna deal with some crazy shit. So, that didn't end up happening. I was rejected by my family during that, and everybody I knew. I was left alone. It's a depressing story, but hey, why talk about depressing shit when you can make it funny? Speaking of which, when I was homeless in Florida, which is where I moved from, I actually moved up here because I met a girl online. I knew her for, let's say, a month, and then I moved up here, and we broke up about a month after me being here. And I'd never met her before, never been up to Minnesota. I was just like, hey, fuck it, I'm 23, I'm gonna go ahead and just explore. So, yeah. So I came up here, but while I was coming up here, I go through TSA. And when you go through security, as you know, you have the choice between the full body scanner or the pat down. And so I opted for the pat down, as I always do. I've never been through the scanners at the airports, never will. And when I went through, the guy said, so are you used to this material, used to what I'm about to do? And I said, yeah, I'm used to it, back of the hands, blah, blah, blah. So he starts going around, you know, I'm going to touch the back of your ass. And I kind of felt like that's how a woman feels when a man's like, you know, trying to do stuff with her. Like, I'm about to put my hand in your pants. And I'm going to use the back of my hand and lightly slide it down. Like, it's kind of like I felt inappropriate. Like, he didn't just do it. He told me in a very light voice, whispering over my ear, that I'm about to put my hand in the inside of your pants. And I'm going to slide the back of you around. And I'm going to brush down, I'm going to brush against your groin with the back of my palms. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is a little intense for me. Could you at least take me out for a drink first? So he finishes the pat down, which is always fun. And they ask you for a private room. That's not a bullshit story. They say, I'm about to pat you down and get all personal. Do you want to go somewhere private? So I finish the pat down and my luggage comes through, and as always, I'm the random selected search. As always, they always say, hey, is that your bag over there? They fucking full well know. There was 3 other people in line. Obviously, that's my fucking bag. So the guy goes up and says, we have to search this bag manually. He grabs the bag and he looks at me like he just saw a ghost. And he says, sir, your bag is vibrating. And I looked at him like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on either. So I was like, okay. He says, all right, well, we need to get some bomb dogs in here and stuff. And I knew I was going to miss my flight. So they grabbed it, they pulled it over. They brought over like 4 or 5 people. Everybody was surrounded by the bag, fascinated with it, touching it, going, oh my God, it is vibrating. Oh my God, this is what we trained for. And somebody pops the bag. You guys aren't laughing. This is fucking TSA. This is what they're trained to prevent. Like a bomb. And instead of somebody waiting for the SWAT team to get there, they go, fuck it, why wait? Let's just find out what's in this shit. So they pop the bag open, and immediately I know what it is. And I go, oh, I'll go ahead and turn that. And he goes, don't touch that bag. Like somebody pulls me back, and I go, no, it's okay. It's just an electronic razor. He goes, no. The terrorists, they have... He literally said that. The terrorists, they have a plan to attack our country. And I said, okay, and the vibrating bag relates to that how? I didn't actually say that because God knows if you have a plane ticket in your pocket, the last thing you want to do is piss off those people because they will make sure you don't make that plane. So they ended up opening the bag and it turned out to be an electronic razor. They turned it off and said, we're sorry, go ahead and go on your flight. When I got on my flight, God knows Delta Airlines had to commit the final act of rape and kiss me over the lips with it. And they gave me a 5-hour layover. They put me in the back of the plane with no window and 5 babies surrounding me as if they planned it. Like there was no babies in the front of the plane, but towards the back of the plane, and it wasn't even like responsible parents with babies. It was like a 19-year-old chick who got fucked by some guy in the parking lot at Denny's, and she got pregnant, and she said, well, I can't get an abortion because that's wrong, because stem cell research fucks people. And so she fucking had it. And you look at her and you go, God, she wasted her life. But you can't say that to people because, you know, when they're 19 and they have a baby, they go, but see, I love him, I had him now. And I go, yeah, but he's never going to go to college, and if he does, God knows the man who raped you, he probably didn't have good genetics. I mean, he raped you, for instance. I mean, that's never good. I'm glad you guys are laughing at this. I thought Minnesota would be a little bit more conservative. Florida, I mean, they love Bush. Jesus Christ, Bush is the best thing next to, like, sliced bread. Did anybody vote for Bush in any of the elections? Nobody? Good! Seriously, like, who listens to him? My parents were really conservative, Fox News loving people, and they loved Bush with their whole hearts, and they thought, you know, he's not stupid, he has a learning disability. But when you listen to him talk, you realize there's a difference between a learning disability and somebody who's just stupid. For instance, my ex-girlfriend, we were watching the ball drop in 2009, and the ball dropped, and I said, man, it doesn't feel like 2009. She looked at me and said, it's not 2009 till 1 a.m. It's those kinds of statements that make you really reevaluate the human race in general. For instance, you know, who's making the technology? This microphone? Do you know how it works? I don't. You could leave me in a fucking desert with every piece of this microphone and I would never be able to remake this. So who's making sure the smart people are reproducing? Who's overseeing that? Is anybody? Because I'm not. But then again, I'm a 23-year-old cook at D'Amico & Sons, and I've been homeless most of my life, so. Anyways, that's my set, I guess. I mean, is anybody going to stop me here? Like, is there a hook or something that'll come out and pull me? Because I can keep going.
That's me.
Which is, you know, usually just, that's it? All right, well, have a wonderful night.